Hi guys, so welcome to our fifth reason why we visualize data. If you are watching this video for the first time, please check out the other videos where we have the first four reasons why we visualize data. Right, so I just scroll up a bit to the very beginning, and so if you check the description, you'll see in the description you'll see for the fourth reason, and if you check the video of the fourth reason why we visualize data, you will see a link to the video for the third. So that's how it goes to the first. So why we visualize data, number 5. Right, so to support decision making, right? So let's talk about the intuition here. Right, so here's the intuition for why we visualize data. Now, decision makers don't have the time to go through a whole data set, right? So they typically need a clear visual to make informed and quick decisions. So intuition is to make informed and quick decisions. That's one. Again, to make again, we also want to it optimizes decision making. So it optimizes decision making. So we are going to start off and just do a very simple visual. I want you guys to look at the different ways, the very simple way, the very simple walkthrough, and then visualize yourself doing this with a bigger data set. So the first thing I'll do is I'll import the visualization library. So that's import matplotlib .pyplot. We're just going to introduce the pyplot class here, and we'll call that as PLT. So that's this. Next, the first thing we're going to do is you typically should be having a data set or a data frame, a pandas data frame, and you should have columns of interest. So we're going to create what looks like a column of interest. We're going to be looking like this is a strategy meeting, and we're trying to understand if we'll make strategy decisions. So here we'll call this strategy decision. Now the first is I will create a list, and I call this strategies. Inside the list, I just have two things in here. I'm going to have strategy A and I'm also going to have strategy B. Now think of this as two columns from a data frame of interest. Next, we are going to look at conversion rates. So the assumption is we have strategies for, maybe a marketing or a sales strategy. We have strategies for sales, and we have the conversion rate for both strategies. And we're trying to look at how good these strategies are. And to make this informed decision, we're just going to visualize. So I call this conversion rate. Again, we have a list with arbitrary values. So we'll call this 12.3. So we have this going on. Next, we're going to plot our visuals. We'll start off with plt.bar. Now the plt.bar typically makes it easy for us to make a bar plot, right? So I call this strategies. So which is typically this one. And we have conversion rate, which is this. Look at our colors. I'm going to create a color, and I'll use two color palettes here. I will use the sky blue and I'll use orange. All right, then we close this. Next, we're going to put a title. So put plt.title. In the back end, typically it's just going to look at the rendering and figure out if there's an existing title, then it will let it be. If there's none, then it proceeds to, put a title. Then we'll call this marketing strategy performance. Then I'm going to put a label for the y-axis alone, right? So I'm going to say plt.ylabel. And I'm going to call this conversion rate. And just to make it look good, we're going to put a percentage to it. And then we'll close this. Then we'll now say plt.show, and then it renders. So let's look at this. So now you can see we have two strategies, A and strategy B, and with conversion rates. Now with it, for any decision maker looks at this, it optimizes for quick decision. It makes it really clear and informed, and no time to go through all the the data, the raw data. So that's typically what it's like to make decisions, right? So by looking at this, anyone can see that strategy B looks great, right? And it's typically the whole idea. So in conclusion, data visualization is not just about creating pretty charts. It's about understanding data deeply, identifying trends and outliers, simplifying complexities, communicating insights, and driving decisions. Right, so I would encourage you to watch from the very first video. Right, if you're in the first video, that'll be ideal. Just check out the playlist, or also check out the description or to the link to the fourth video. And in the fourth video, see a description to the link to the third video, and so on and so forth. So just take your time and watch it. And while you're at it, like the video if it makes sense. And if you think there's something you need to share, just put it in the comment section.